Well, hello there, Stan the fan.
Hey, Glenn, how are you, buddy?
I'm all right, sir. Was going to go out and get some milk today, but I hear you can't find any in the state at this point. If you need milk or
I was
bread,
in I was
straight.
in Pikesville about an hour and a half ago, and the Giant there had plenty of just about
Oh,
everything.
I might be coming out to Pikesville then. That
Yeah.
might be my play. Although it's going to be an awkward spot for me. Apparently, I'm going to be basically living at WBAL radio for the few days and
Oh,
doing
that's great.
their blizzard coverage, and so my Mrs. Clark is on her own. She's going to have to
Oh
figure it
God.
out on her own
Oh
for a
God.
little bit. Stan, it was a
What's the latest on the blizzard
actually, you know
thing?
what? I think the latest might be good news. It might be that it's not like it's only going to be like 8 to 10 inches, maybe not over a foot now.
Okay.
But there's still that like mixed to ice that's going to come on Sunday. Like
Oh,
I think we should plan on you're not going to be anywhere Sunday, and at least for a while on Monday, you're not going to be anywhere,
yeah.
and that's
The
just going to
Orioles, by the way,
yeah.
exhibiting great caution, have canceled the caravan for Saturday event.
Yeah, it's
So,
unfortunate. I mean, just a massive bummer, obviously for them, but
yeah.
it's also about like they've got their players are coming in from out of town, and they can't have them getting stuck here.
They should have had a dome stadium.
That would change everything. Great
Yeah.
point, Stan. That would change everything. Stan, you made a late switch last week, and as it turns out, it was a really good decision for you and really hurtful for me.
Well, I made it in response to the fact that you had first pick. So you picked the New England game under.
No. Last week, Stan. Last week, you in the middle of our picks,
Yeah.
you
Oh, I did an
swapped that
about
out.
face. Right.
Yes,
Which game was it? Was the Seattle game
it was the Seattle San Francisco game where you switched from the under
to the over? That's
to the
right.
over.
We both took that as our game. Yeah.
And so because you did that, I slid in and said, well, then fine, I'll take the under.
Okay.
That ended up being really hurtful for me. Not that I had the theory right, but I didn't
Right.
realize that Seattle was going to figure out a way to score some enough points that they were going to carry it on their own all the way to the over.
All right. All right.
Unfortunate.
Well, here's the records after 17 regular season weeks and two postseason weeks. Glenn is at 30 wins, 33 losses, and now you are down to a +1 in
Mm-hmm.
the parlay twists. I am 31 and 31 and 1, and I am -1 in the parlay twist. Okay.
Yeah,
So we
essentially.
both had 63 games
Yeah.
and the parlay twists. All right.
Yep.
So we've only got two games this week, and we're apparently uh, I I agreed to go with your rules on this. We're each making one parlay twist pick and one game pick.
Correct.
Correct.
Exactly right. And our
All
picks,
right.
as always, Stan, are brought to you by 1-800-GAMBLER and helpmygamblingproblem.org. If you or a loved one has a gambling problem, give them a call or a text or visit that website for free confidential services. And a place that's got a big event coming up tonight, Stan, the Costas Inn.
Costa Sin's got Rick Dempsey coming tonight.
Right.
I will not be there tonight, but I will be. Well, go ahead. And they're going to get a great crowd out there
Yeah,
tonight at North
6
Point
to 8
Boulevard.
p.m. tonight,
Yep.
4100 North Point Boulevard. Rick Dempsey. It's just a hangout. It's just, you
Yeah.
don't need a ticket. You don't need just show up to the Costas Inn Thursday night,
With
tonight.
your appetite.
Exactly right. You're going to get great food. You're going
Right.
to get great stories. You're going to
Right.
get great hugs and pictures and the whole thing. It's Uncle Rick Dempsey, 1983 World Series MVP tonight
Is
from
there any
6 to 8.
chance he's going to dress up like Babe Ruth and call the shot
I don't think that
in the
he'd do
dining
that,
room?
but maybe he'll like do the whole. You're saying suggest the whole rain delay treatment from
Yeah.
Uncle Rick right there.
Go out on the parking lot and do it.
I don't know. I don't know if he still got it in him, but you know what? It wouldn't stun me if he did.
Yeah.
It's Rick Dempsey. We're
I
talking.
think he should, like you're sleeping over at WBAL.
Mhm.
I think he should sleep over at the Costas
It's
and do it Saturday, like about 8 o'clock at night.
you
Go
know it's
out
really
in
funny you bring that up, Stan,
Yeah.
because Pete and Nick don't know this yet, but I got to talk to them about it. We had a picks league this year, and my idea for the loser, and I just needed to finalize it with them, was that we were going to have them spend 24 hours inside of Costas Inn and come up with a plan for how they could have some time taken off. So I got to work on that with Pete and Nick, who I know are always game for fun things. So we'll see if we can't pull that off.
Yeah, I'm sure they want some stranger to rummage.
It's not a stranger. It would be actually Kyle Ottenheimer, who was the loser of our picks league.
That may be the worst possible.
Might be worse. Might be worse than a stranger. You might be right about that. Might be worse.
Because I would guess that he has a bigger appetite than any stranger that could have come.
That might be true. That part might be accurate.
All right.
All right, Stan. Yes, Costas Inn, of course, the other great location in Timonium.
All right, that's great.
Now, picks. We begin early game, AFC Championship game in Denver. The Patriots on the road, 4.5-point favorites as the Broncos have to turn to Jarrett Stidham, who has not played at all this season in place of the injured Bo Nix. Because of the nature of how we're playing, Stan, I will tell you that this is going to be my parlay twist for the week. And I am going to go with the Patriots to win outright. But I actually don't love the number here. I don't love 4.5, only because the Patriots don't really impress me all that much either. While I don't think Jarrett Stidham is going to win the AFC Championship, I'm just not overwhelmed by the Patriots. So covering 4.5 isn't a number I like. I do think these are two very good defenses. I do think that this is going to be a defensive battle. So I'll take the Patriots and the under 42.5
as your parlay twist.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to take the Patriots and think that they will win this game by more than 4.5. Okay.
All right.
I think it's unfortunate. I should have looked up the Broncos scores of games. I can't believe there wasn't sometime in a couple games that they could have gotten their backup quarterback into a game.
You know, they were a weird team that like played from behind a lot.
They played a lot of close games too.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think it's going to come back to, as much as I'm sure Sean Payton has a plan until you get punched in the face. And I know it's going to be a defensive struggle. So I would have picked the same exact thing that you were picking for my parlay twist. But we want to be fair to each other. And I'm going to go with that game as my selection against the spread. I'm going to take New England.
Here's the only game where they could have gotten them in. They beat the Bengals 28-3 in week 4. So maybe a little odd there that they didn't at some point at the end try to.
How about last year? Couldn't they? I'm kidding.
All right, Stan. So there we go. That's our AFC Championship pick.
Yep.
Now the NFC Championship, the late game on Sunday, the Rams in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. The Rams are getting 2.5 points on the road. Stan, that obviously means this is your parlay twist.
Yeah, this is my parlay twist. And I got to be honest with you, Glenn. I had a strong feel for the New England game, exactly like you did. I'm betwixt and between on this game entirely as to who I want to win. But the number, I've learned through playing this with you this year, the parlay twist, and I like it as a twist. I know that it's no fun to root for the under.
It's
when
no
you
fun.
got two teams that are capable of scoring points. I have a feeling both defenses are going to rise to the occasion in this game. And I'm going to take the Rams to eke out a victory here in Seattle and go under the 46.5.
Just a reminder, and I'm not trying to sway you because I understand the thought process, that the last time these teams got together, which was only about 6 weeks ago, they combined to score 75 points. Just now, that did involve overtime, for what it's worth, and both teams scoring touchdowns in overtimes. Not trying to sway you in any way. Just a reminder, that's all.
You know what? You did sway me. I'm going to go with LA, and I'll go over.
All right.
I did not realize I scored 75.
Fair enough.
I don't think
now, only 60 of them were in regulation. They both scored touchdowns.
That's quite all right.
Yeah, just
I
making
get
sure.
the gist of it.
Yeah, all right.
I get the gist of it.
Stan, I actually like the Rams to win outright myself, so this is an easy one for me, getting the 2.5 points to take the Rams. Part of that, maybe I'm giving too much attention to that game, but we all remember what happened in that game. It took a set of multiple miracles for the Seahawks to win that game, including maybe the dumbest 2-point conversion in the history of football, where, as you'll remember, Sam Darnold fumbled the ball. Everyone thought it was an incomplete pass. As it turns out, it was moving a little bit behind the line of scrimmage when it hit someone's helmet. It's one of the worst throws I've ever seen. Then bounced forward to be picked up in the end zone for a 2-point conversion. I think the Rams are the better of these two teams. I think the Seahawks are really good. I mean, obviously, I think the Seahawks are incredible. I just think the Rams are the most balanced team. I know they didn't play well last week in Chicago. I know Matt Stafford did not play well in Chicago last week.
I think the weather impacted them a great deal.
Agreed.
Why, if they did score that many points, albeit in overtime, why do you think the over-under is just 46.5?
It's a fair point. It's a little bit colder, but there's no real precipitation in the forecast, so that shouldn't really have much of an impact. It was a game that was trending to be a lower scored game until Seattle.
Did they move this game to M&T Bank Stadium Sunday night?
I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be in the cards. Yeah. But yeah, it's a fair question about the line, given what we just saw. I guess maybe I don't. You know what? Just for the sake of it, I'll tell you how many points they scored the first time they played each other this year.
I think it was a low-scoring game.
Look, given their defense, like I would understand. These are two really good defenses.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't stun me if that were the case. They played the first time in week 11, and it was a 21-19 game.
You know what? I'm going back under.
Is this your final answer?
It's my final answer. I'm going back
final
under.
answer.
And this could be what decides the whole kit.
Very well be. Stan turns right back to the under for this game. All right, there we go.
I think that game was a little bit funny. The reason I say it, that it got that high scoring, because Seattle had to come back in that game. Mm-hmm. And I don't think there won't be a big spread at any point in time in the game.
All right. So very good.
The Rams under. All right.
Stan the Fan. I know you're going to be out with the Orioles Caravan tonight, correct?
Yeah, I'm going to stop by the Senator Movie Theater around 7:45, 7:30, and it's due to begin at 8 o'clock. Craig Abernaz is there. I don't know if Pete Alonso's there or not.
I know that was the plan. I did not see what the update was, but yeah, it was supposed to be Abernaz and Alonso.
Yeah, I think that's it's the new guy. Meet the new guys. Yeah. So I'm going to try and meet the new guys.
Excellent.
Even though I've met them both. What do we got tomorrow morning?
I know for sure we're going to still be doing plenty on the Ravens coaching search, as we've been doing the last week, but I also know that your friend and mine and everyone's friend here in Baltimore, the great Marty Bass, is going to join us tomorrow morning. One of my favorite human beings that I've ever been around.
Oh, we're having him on because of the weather.
Yes, to talk the storm, to talk, whatever Marty's got on. It's Marty Bass, man. Right. We'll talk to him about whatever Marty wants to talk about.
All right.
So we'll do that, and obviously we'll talk more about the Ravens coaching search and what you learned from Pete Alonso and Craig Abernaz tonight.
All right, that sounds good.
All right, Stan.
Thank you, Glenn. Bye.